Elle avait toujours cette technique fabuleuse.
Elle avait un don naturel pour la glisse.
Tina è l'atleta che contemporaneamente è più forte e più fragile nello sci alpino.
My career was like roller coaster, I would say.
Enkrat sem izjavil, da take še 200 let ne bo, ko je bila Tina.
Skiing in Črna is a huge tradition, 3,000 people, and it has 9 Olympians. I wanted to be the next champion who would bring that happiness in the village. My fans in Črna. Oh, ciao. Kako sta? Redi. Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.
Tina was a child with so many interests that you don't know what to pick up. We put Tina on skis when she was 3 years old.
Tu je bilo bolj lahko, ali? Tu je bolj položen. To je bil pol next step.
Smo pol, ko sti naredila še prve zavoj, šli v gozd, smo posekala leskove palce, jih pobarvala modro pa rdeče in sva jih začela postavljati.
Ja.
To ni neki krtek. To ni krtek neki.
Okay.
Tam pri 12-13 letih ona je začela zmagovati pri puncah, potem pa kar naenkrat je na tekmah začela, bi rekel, je imela tudi boljše čase kot...
Elle était très jeune quand elle a gagné la première fois dans un pays qui ne connaisse pas millions de champions de ski.
Olympism is a great tradition. As a little girl, I was always watching that sport fire when the light turns on. In Torino, for me, was a big disappointment. I wasn't in the good shape at that time mentally.
Elle n'était pas encore suffisamment mûre, elle n'était pas suffisamment forte à Turin.
It was not going the way I wanted to, didn't feel good. I didn't see any sense in the skiing anymore. I need somebody that stimulates me the right way.
Tina non aveva fiducia in se stessa. Per noi era incomprensibile come una ragazza così che ha tutti i mezzi per fare, perché non fa, perché non vince, perché non le batte tutte. È facile dire, però poi bisogna mettere l'atleta nelle condizioni di farlo.
Andrea, it really had a great impact on me. Day by day I was getting better. He was getting stronger also on the personal level. And that's where I fall in love with him. The federation didn't support our relation and they didn't want him in the team anymore. And then I said, I will stop skiing now. That's it for me. He asked me, do you like your sport? That was the main question for me. Of course, I love it and I would love to use my talent, which was never used the way it should be.
Sono un po' impulsivo e gli ho detto, ok, facciamo una squadra per te.
Quand ils entament leur collaboration en 2007-2008, Tina, c'est encore une géantiste. Et c'est Andrea Massi qui l'a convaincue qu'elle pouvait gagner aussi en vitesse, qu'elle pouvait gagner aussi en slalom. Et ça a été un déclic psychologique hyper important pour Tina.
To work in 5 disciplines, it came spontaneous. We were training. I didn't stop believing I could come back strong and a lot of sacrifices.
Il a fait l'athlète qu'elle est devenue, cette athlète polyvalente capable de gagner sur tous les terrains, sur toutes les neiges et dans toutes les disciplines. Ça, c'est vraiment la griffe Andrea Massi.
Being a leader of nation in Vancouver, it was, for me, very emotional. You need to show that you are the right person.
La piste, c'était de la tôle ondulée, c'était du béton armé, c'était hyper dur. Et là, elle montre qu'elle a passé un cap et qu'elle est capable aussi d'aller chercher des podiums en vitesse.
For me, risking a lot in Super G, making a medal there was a huge step. approval that I can really be on that podium.
Tell me how you felt this run now.
It's more performance than the other one.
That's great.
Give me 5.
And 2007, she asked for try the skis, and then we let her trying the skis. Let's see what's going on. She pushed us to another limit.
I'm really happy to continue that relationship after the career. Cool. Molto. Ok. Let's go. Allora vado io prima, così mi guardate.
She has to develop skis for women. She's now also ambassador for our clothing apparel. She has also a really good fashionable eye, you know, so she has instinct for great colors and stuff like this.
Le ski, elle avait un toucher de neige, elle avait un don naturel pour la glisse, pour tailler les courbes, c'était une vraie esthète.
Era una combinazione sia anatomica, muscolare, che fisiologica, che tecnica, che mentale.
Le plus grand accomplissement dans la carrière de Tina Maze, c'est son record de points en Coupe du Monde, 2414. Donc ça veut dire qu'elle a fait 40 courses dans l'hiver et qu'elle a fait une moyenne de 70 points par course, ça veut dire qu'elle était toujours deuxième en fait.
Après la saison qu'elle a fait 2400 points, depuis là, elle était une légende.
I already day before I designed a paper with a slope and I imagined everything before. So I lived success, I would say, day before already.
Pour moi, c'était vraiment la descente de ma vie.
When I was starting, I remember it was very warm. And I was just gliding as much as I could, leaving the skis, just going fast. Coming into the last big turn, I had the most troubles there every training, and as well on the racing day I was not very precise, but still enough to let go skis into the last pitch.
Elle vient dans l'arrivée et je vois 0-0-0 et ça commence à réaliser qu'on est les deux premières.
Deux premières ex aequo dans le même centième. Alors ça, je ne sais pas si ça s'était déjà produit dans l'histoire des Jeux.
We really enjoy that moment together. Winning that was maximum. I believe that was the highlight of my career. Winning 2 gold medals and then retiring, couldn't wish more. I saw a big change in Slovenian sport because as many flags as I saw after that, I didn't saw before.
Zato, ker nas Slovence spravljajo dobro voljo. Tina je za mene najboljša smučarka in je tudi moj heroj.